shows.
What's the fucking worst job you had? Just as far as physically, like I will kill myself before I'm 30 if I fucking do this.
Out of high school, I worked on there was a Knights of Columbus Hall that was having a wheelchair ramp built, and I had to carry cement bags and pressure-treated lumber every day. And I only lasted a little over 2 weeks, I think.
I lasted 8 days. I was a gopher on a construction site. We were roofing in June or July.
Ugh.
And I just remember having to bring up those. First of all, I bought the wrong color fucking shingles. They wanted the fucking ebony one, and this was off ebony. I don't know what the fuck it was. So I had to go all the way back, unload the fucking things I loaded on, load some more back, brought the fucking things back. And I just remember, dude, it was just like, I never ate so much in my life. Like, I'd eat like 3 sandwiches, and like a half hour later, I'd be like starving, and just weight was just falling off of me. I was just like, dude, what the this is insane. But the thing was, if I hung in there for like a month, I would have got my sea legs. But I just was like, but I didn't have it. I knew it. I always knew, like when I played drums and everything like that, every time I thought I was getting good, I'd go into Guitar Center and some 8-year-old kid would get on a kit and I'd be like, holy fuck. Like, I'd like, dude, I would pay you to give me lessons. And it's just like, that when whatever you're trying to do, when you see like a kid come in and he fucking blows you away, it's just like, all right, this is a hobby, Bill. This is a hobby.
Well, doing construction is definitely not a fucking hobby. It's just brutal back-breaking labor.
There's a gift as far as like seeing how things go together. Oh yeah, dude. There's an art to everything.
Well, there's an art to construction.
There's the Louis C.K.'s of fucking contractors.
Oh yeah. No, I mean as far as building houses, but I mean laboring. Like carrying bags of cement. There's no fucking art to carrying bags of cement.
But they would give me shit to do, like, make this fucking miter cut 45, and I fucked the same cut up 3 times in a row. It was to frame a door jamb, and I kept measuring to the inside of the corner rather than the outside of the corner. Remember the third time I did it, my boss just looked at me, grabbed the wood, and he looked at me the whole time, walked up to the frame, and never took his eyes off me, and the frame was behind him, and he just stuck it to the fucking wall and just stared at me. I was so embarrassed. I was just like, oh, God, dude. He's like, dude, you went through like fucking $20 worth of stock to make one fucking cut. Like, what are you doing here? And I was just like, oh. And I didn't even pick up my check. I didn't even pick up my check. I drove up to the site. We worked Monday through Friday. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I drove up to the site and I just looked at it and my body and everything just said, dude, fuck this. And I just kept driving. He never called. Why would he call me? I'm the guy wasting lumber. He doesn't give a shit. He got free labor out of me. And I didn't give a fuck. And I forget what I did after that. But that was a rough time for me. But like I always knew, like if I didn't like a job and stuff like that, it's like the De Niro thing in what was that? The Heat. You got to be willing to walk at any moment. Yeah. You got to be willing to fucking walk.
You got to know it's bad.
Yeah, that was it.
That was probably the toughest physical job that I had, and it was also a good lesson because it was a lesson that like if you work for somebody else and you're just doing labor, you're just doing mindless labor, you don't have any time for anything else. You think you got 8 hours in a day and there's still another 16. You'll get shit done. You're exhausted. You're fucking beaten down. I would go to the gym. I'd try to work out. And I remember trying to hit the bag, and I just had nothing. There was nothing there. I'd never felt so tired in my life. Yep. And I was only like 18. I should have been full of piss and vinegar. I was just dead. And I remember, like, all my ambition wheels were just ramping up. I was like, okay, this is not my fucking future. I got to figure out what the fuck I'm doing. Because I had these delusions that I was going to become a carpenter. I was like, well, I'll get in the union. I'll start building houses. That's a good gig, which it is, if you're a
That's
good
what
carpenter.
I thought I was going to do. Yeah, you know what? It's a good gig if you're the guy telling the people to go build the fucking house. But if you're the guy out there pouring the forms, you've noticed that's mostly young guys. Like, that is a fucking young, even like landscaping. Like, after a while, you got to get a crew, and you got to be the guy, like, sending the crews out, because there's only so long that you can just, like, I feel like laborers and that, they have, like, the same career trajectory as, like, a professional athlete. Somewhere around 35 to 38, your body's going to be like, dude, I can't fucking do this anymore.
You just break down. There was, I had a bulging disc in my neck, and I went to an MRI place. And there was a lady who went in before me.
A lady?
And this lady, I was looking at different people's MRIs, and this lady had the most fucking ridiculous cartoon bulge of her disc. some poor woman who I think she worked at a laundromat or something like that, just carrying baskets of clothes, and her back was just so fucked up, and she was probably like 40 years old or something like that, came over here from Mexico or Guatemala or something. And I remember looking at her back, like this poor lady has no choice. She has to go to work. There's no way around this, and there's no jobs for her other than this. She can't speak English. Like, she's got to do what the fuck she's got to do. And she had.
Dude, you went into her chart, huh? You started reading
right
up
there.
on her.
It was just sitting up there on the screen. And I asked the guy, I go, whose back is that? He goes, it's hers. I go, holy shit. I go, does mine look that bad? He goes, no. He goes, that's bad. He goes, that's bad. It's real bad. Like, she could barely walk. Like, she had sciatica up and down her leg.
Oh, I had that.
Yeah, well, that's what that is.
Leg.
What sciatica is a bulging disc. It's a disc that's pressing against the nerves. You had it. What'd you do about it?
I went to a masseuse.
That helped?
Oh, yeah. And she worked on, she's a magician, dude. She started with, like, I can't remember who she started with, but how it came through me was through my drum teacher. So it was like MMA people.
Oh, okay.
And then, the whole, some drummer or guitarist or something was into MMA, fucked up something, and they say, hey, go to my masseuse. And then she got all the musicians with, like, the tendonitis and all that shit in the forearms. And then it came around to me through my drum teacher. And she was like my left side was fucked up, like the left leg, and she started with my right shoulder.
Because your right shoulder is compensating for your left side.
Yeah, so she was doing the whole, all right, let's try to get some information, see what's going on here. And then she'd do something, I just go like, ah! And she'd be like, she'd be like, okay, there's some information. All right. And then scale of 1 to 10, the pain. And dude, like, what she did for me, like, literally, she went so fucking deep. It was like these memories come out. I remember my brother used to just give me Charlie horses and shit for no fucking reason.
You remembered it?
Yeah, like
it was stored in your muscle?
No, like the pain of it. Like, it just pops up. I wouldn't be, like, literally thinking. You just have the thought, like, hey, my brother used to always kick me in the fucking leg there. And there was another one. I remember I was playing pickup hockey, and I had no stuff. All I had was the fucking, the helmet and the gloves and the skate. I had, like, sweatpants and, like, a fucking T-shirt or whatever, and I'm out there like an asshole. And I, going down the ice, and all of a sudden the other team gets it, so I pop over to fucking start skating backwards. I caught an edge and just went up in the air and just landed on my left ass cheek and fucking that whole side. Dude, I landed so fucking hard, like I couldn't breathe and my eyes were watering. It's like literally when you're skating, it's like being thrown out of a moving car, right? So I got up and everyone was laughing. I fucked up my elbow. It's hockey. So you just, I'm fine. I get to the bench and I was fine. And a couple shifts later, it kind of worked itself out. And I had bruised my leg so bad. It was like 3 days later. I was on the road and I was showering or something. I just saw on the side of my leg, it looked like I'd sat in grease or something. And then I looked all the way to the back of my leg. It looked like someone took a pipe and just had fucking whacked me as hard as you could across the back of my leg. It was this straight fucking line. And I think my sciatic nerve thing which is a culmination of all of that shit. And then there was that last thing that did it. So she fucking worked all the way out of that. She gave me all these stretches, and then I found like a good chiropractor and all that. And I've been
all good now?
Yeah, dude. I couldn't even sit down because of my feet would start to tingle and stuff. What numbness is way worse than that's beyond pain, is what I heard. So the numbness thing is worse. So she goes, all right, we're going to work you from numbness down to pain, and then pain hopefully down to that. And I just started going every fucking week. But
I got a machine I have to show you. It's called a reverse hyper, and it's a machine that decompresses your back while strengthening it. It's you lift weights with it. You lift your legs up, and then it strengthens your back. And then as you lift your legs down, how do you
find all this shit?
Well, I work for the Ultimate Fighting Championship. I mean, I've been an athlete my whole life.
No, but you've been doing this shit for every time. I got this fucking chamber right floating.
I pay attention to stuff. I mean, that's what I do.
I guess I pay attention to the wrong shit.
I've been doing martial arts since I was a little kid. I mean, maintaining your body is a big part of that. It's one of the most difficult parts of martial arts is not getting injured all the time. Because martial arts are all about hurting people. Right. So it's practicing hurting each other. So, like, you have to find good partners. And
There's always that guy in class that goes too fucking hard.
There's always that.